Hello, fellow gamers. How you all doing? I hope I managed to put some adrenaline into you right now. Usually people complain that the microphone isn't working, but as you can see, today it's working just peachy. We're going to be talking a little bit about Assassin's Creed. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And then we're going to be talking about some liberals. They did liberal things. I don't think we need to talk about the Iranian president that much, but I can keep you up to speed with what's going on. I actually did some research into Iran's sham presidency thing, and I'll try to cover some of the things that aren't covered in the mainstream media, because like literally every single page that I go in mainstream media, it's like, he's a bad man. He's a very, very bad man. Naughty, naughty, bad, bad, bad man. And I'm like, you know, I'm not saying that it's not true, but like literally every single publication is saying the same thing. It's kind of boring. Like, does no one have anything else to say? What is the austere religious scholar publications? And I'm also curious, like, when Chairman Z is going to pass away, right? Like, from old age, of course, because... will the mainstream media also say that he was a bad man? Bad, bad, bad man. Very bad, very bad. Or is it only... some dictators, like some people that do human rights violations, only some of them are bad. Others, not so much. Others are, as I mentioned before, austere religious scholars. Hold on, give me a second. Just a second, because I get news from Artemis Fowl. Join my live stream so I can talk about it. Artemis Fowl keeps sending me a lot of news articles, but he never joined the stream. Like, what is he doing? Is he trying to influence me? Is he trying to puppeteer me? I'm not the person that gets influenced. I am the influencer. Fuck, I hate that word. It's so annoying. I can't influence people to subscribe to my channel, let alone do other things. But yeah, apparently people are watching me and they're getting influenced. Ooh. But anyway, right. Pinochet was a hero. To be fair, he probably created the only authoritarian libertarian society out there. It's like you will want to be free by force. Like anyone that doesn't want to be free is going to be persecuted. Everyone else is going to be free. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You can imagine aliens and Black Samurai, but not a BMW X5 with cruise control and heated seats. Well, actually, see, this is the question that I generally have. Like, they always say, well, it's not historically accurate, it's got aliens in it. And it's like, okay, why can't we have ninjas with big fat tits then? Because they will always say, it's like, well, no, because like ninjas with big fat tits aren't historically accurate. Okay, I mean, but we got aliens and stuff. Artemis Fowl is the influence, here's the influence, be influenced, I am influenced. Okay, fine, let's talk about what Artemis Fowl wants me to talk about. Apparently, according to a news article, which I haven't fact-checked, is just presented to me, but it's reported by Vishagar24, it's a reliable account. The International Criminal Court in The Hague reveals it will seek an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, for a second I thought it's Fauci. Holy shit, it does look like Fauci. Oh my god, hold on, let me show. Does he not look like Fauci? The resemblance is uncanny. Do I have a picture with Dr. Fauci? Is Benjamin Netanyahu part of the science? I don't know. I'll tell you my 2 cents on it. First of all, who the fuck is the International Criminal Court? Like, what? Who fucking cares? What are they going to do? How are they going to arrest them? Which is the judicial arm that enforces the International Criminal Court orders? I mean, theoretically, member states can, right? Because I thought this the same. But like, imagine if Putin visits Romania and Putin gets arrested in Romania because he actually has an international court warrant, right? So like, Putin gets arrested by the Romanian government. Can you imagine the international shitstorm? Like, holy shit, International Criminal Court. What are you trying to get countries in? No, but like, seriously, right? Let's say they do manage to get an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, right? And Benjamin Netanyahu goes into another country Whichever country you want, I pick one, right? And they arrest him there. Imagine the international kartoffel, like, unless he gets arrested, I don't know, in China or Russia. But even then, like, who on earth unironically believes this shit? Like, the international court in Hague is LARPing like no tomorrow. Who's funding this crap? Whose taxpayer money is funding these chuckleheads that are so busy LARPing with arresting, issuing international arrest warrants for prime ministers and presidents, even if you don't like them? No, like, I get it, okay? But, like, what are you going to do about it? Who's going to arrest them? This is fucking insane. Yeah, and they also forget that Israel has nukes. But, like, let me put it this way, right? I actually had a conversation with a liberal person about war. It's a serious subject, right? Like, why do we have war? It's very destructive, isn't it, right? So, it's horrible. But look at American politics, right? Like, look at American politics. Pick any single topic you want. Pick, I don't know, abortion. There are unhinged people on both sides. Like, there have been Christians that have bombed abortion clinics in the past. And there have been the opposite. Like there have been people that try to destroy the livelihood of pro-lifers by debanking them. I even think, like, there was there were a couple of mass shootings at certain pro-lifer events in the past, right? Like, the idea is, any type of politics that you pick, you will have people that are unhinged on both sides, like extremists on both sides that are willing to go beyond violence in order to inflict their will, right? But you got the nation state to keep these motherfuckers cool. Like, if you actually pull something like that, you go to prison, you get arrested, right? Like, the nation state is basically enforcing peace when it comes to these situations. Now what happens at an international scale? Well, you know, the same politics exists between nations, just like it exists between individuals. A nation is a group of individuals. And they have politics as well. And sometimes, like, the politics get really heated. Well, if for civilians you have the nation state to enforce order, who enforces orders when it comes to nations themselves? And the answer is, it's usually a bigger nation, right? So, like, the United States can enforce order. But what happens when the United States is having a spat with someone else that's not as strong, but, like, it's got nukes? Well, you got conflicts. That's why you get war. Right? So, the International Criminal Court, yeah, it can keep on LARPing. By the way, regarding the Iranian Prime Minister, the Iranian President. Now, I looked into it. The guy has a ceremonial function at best. It's kind of like a person that's in charge of international affairs. So, you know, he goes from places to places. Like, he goes from countries to countries, makes deals and contracts. Like that's his role. He doesn't really create internal politics. He doesn't really matter that much. It's the supreme leader that matters a lot. This guy, the Iranian president, apparently just serves a more of a symbolic thing, right? Still, apparently he was a bad man, like, unironically, bad man bad. Like, he oversaw the tribunal that murdered civilians, war crimes, like, a lot of stuff, right? It's true what the mainstream media is talking about him. But, like, what I noticed, and it's absolutely hilarious, according to this, the United States is to blame for the president's death. Former Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif says that the United States is responsible for the tragedy of a major helicopter crash. And I'm like, how the fuck are they going to spin this one? It's like the United States is not this omnipotent force. It's almost like a deity, like it can assassinate presidents from a world away, from a nation that's openly hostile. Like, how did it pull it off? Well, preventing the sale of aircraft and their spare parts to Iran. So because they couldn't provide maintenance to their helicopter because the pilot chose to fly in a foggy environment, the US is to blame. It's literally like that meme with the guy riding a bicycle and he falls over. It's like, God damn it, US. Can't they buy shit from the Chinese though? Or the Russians? I mean, can't they make their own parts? Like making helicopters isn't state-of-the-art technology. I mean, okay, it depends on the helicopter. Like, some helicopters are state-of-the-art technology, but like, we've been making helicopters since after World War II. Like, it's not something that people don't know how to make. Like, if you do not have the parts to make a modern helicopter safely, make an older one. Make one of those that flew in Vietnam. I don't fucking know, but like, come on. Come on, Iran. Come on. Anything to distract from Israel, huh? Is this what they're doing? No, apparently it is accidental. Like, so far, I haven't heard anyone from Iran claiming that it was an assassination attempt. Like, everyone is saying that it's accidental. Again, the guy's role was symbolic. Like, I do not have any reason to believe that it wasn't accidental. I mean, take into account that when Donald Trump drone striked one of Iranian's top general, which actually did have pull in the country, he just went there like a chat guy. Oh, yeah, we did it. Yeah, no, I fucking pressed, but yeah, I gave the order. Like, now the funny part is, that there was some person on Twitter which reported that Israeli operative Eli Copter, right? Eli Copter was responsible for carrying out the assassination. I mean, obvious shitpost. Complete shitpost. The Pakistani media reported on it. And I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. No, like, really? Did they report on Eli Copter? Yes, they did. They reported on Eli Copter. Let me see if I have the news. No, I don't have it. Fuck. I'll get it for this week, you stupid. Helicopter. Iran president helicopter, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'll have to dig through it. The thing is, like, I just woke up. I was sipping my coffee, and I was going through the news, and I saw this, and I'm so pissed off that I didn't save it. But like, it was a beauty to behold. Yeah, no, my entire newsfeed was filled by Assassin's Creed Kuso. Assassin's Creed Kuso. There were a lot of memes. People who watch anime, they know what Kuso means. Huh? Am I spelling it correctly? Is it like this? Do I got Japanese people in the chat? Do I have anyone that knows Japanese? Huh? How do you spell it in kanji? What is it? Chikuso? Huh? Is it Chikuso? I am saying it correctly? Alright. Assassin's Creed Kuso! Anyway, right. All jokes aside, though, Ubisoft lost quite a bit of stocks after the announcement. Investors are losing faith. I gotta say, it's not fair to blame it on Assassin's Creed Kuso. It's also the fact that Ubisoft hasn't delivered any good games in quite a while. Like, most of their games have been flops. They've been canceling games. Not a good look. Not a good look for the investors. Now, the Japanese people aren't happy either. Japanese people don't like this new Assassin's Creed interpretation. And it's not just because of the title. It's also things like this. The buildings at the time in Assassin's Creed are astounding, as even experts are impressed. But this part of the trailer is already yabai. I know what yabai means from Pippa. Pippa was always afraid of the final yab. So yabai means not good. Not good, chat. Not good. The person who looks like an aide of Nobunaga sitting on the same steps as Nobunaga. Also, it's nonsensely tatami, and even tatamis are square. So I am not one to be overly critical as it's entertainment, but I feel sad because it's slowly revealing that there are now Japanese people on the team. I heard that when Notre Dame, like, this is interesting, right? Because everyone is like, why do you care? I mean, look at this. I heard that when Notre Dame Cathedral burned down, the in-game cathedral in Assassin's Creed was so precisely made that it helped with the reconstruction. So basically you have a game that has been renowned for maintaining some level of historical accuracy, and you have hundreds of millions of dollars just pumped in, like pumped in by NGOs, journalists, the Democrats, in order to lecture, to indoctrinate the gamer that authenticity is important, that you cannot like a game unless it's authentic. And authenticity means that they need consultants from the culture that they are exploiting so that they do not commit the human crime of cultural appropriation. And yet, there were no Japanese people on the team. Ubisoft, the International Criminal Court, should issue a warrant for you as well. Horrendous. Crimes against humanity. Like, they have appropriated the Japanese culture when it was not theirs to appropriate. They stole it. They are sitting on stolen virtual land right now. They have created a virtual replica of Japan and they are fucking sitting on it, chat. They are sitting their fat HR asses on stolen Japanese land, appropriating a culture that does not belong to them. And Japanese people don't like it. I always said that if this game would have been made 6 years ago, no one would have given a fuck. The HR lady didn't manifest itself in its massive corporeal apparition in order to indoctrinate you that cultural appropriation is wrong. Well, now I've been indoctrinated. Now I finally see the light. It would be shameful for all the resources and effort that the woke have placed in order to tell me that cultural appropriation is wrong and I wouldn't have understood. No, I understand it. By the way, I finally figured out the perfect definition to what is woke. You go to a person and they ask you, "What can you define woke? What is woke?" And your answer is, "Can you define what a woman is?" And they will say no, and I will be like, "Motherfucker, that is woke." Woke is when you can't define a woman. It's when the ideology has rotted your brain, took away the knowledge that you gained and possessed when you were 5 years old. When you were but a child sucking at your mother's bosom, you knew what a woman is, but the evil, corporate, greedy American teacher, the fat university professor that sucks the money out of the student debt, has poisoned your mind. They poisoned your brain, and you now do not know what a woman is because you are confused. And that is woke. There you go. Perfect explanation. Vosh, debunk this motherfucker. What is woke? When headcanon becomes a lifestyle. Is that not a good definition? What headcanon is when you're a plump woman and you're thinking Sasuke and Naruto are boyfriends. That is headcanon. But like most people know, well, you know, it's a headcanon. Like obviously it's not legit, right? But when you make the headcanon your lifestyle, when you try to enforce your will upon reality like the orc gets Stadfield from Warhammer 40k, that is woke. You know, like the orcs, they believe that if you paint it red, it goes faster, and if you paint it yellow, it explodes harder, and it actually works because they all believe it, that it does. That is woke. The orcs from Warhammer 40k, unironically, are woke. I know it's the legit perfect definition. Man, like every single morning when I'm on the shitter, I sit like that sculpture, that famous sculpture, The Thinker. That's how I sit on the toilet, and I'm thinking, and I come up with these concepts. Yeah. I mean, okay, let's go a little bit through the history and remind ourselves what we've been taught by our betters, by the game journalists. Do you guys remember when Resident Evil starred a Chris Redfield, right? A white guy, and he was in Africa, and he was shooting zombies. But the zombies were indigenous people. Oh my god, racism! Oh, that is so racist. Oh, that is racist, isn't it, right? Capcom. Oh, that is disrespectful, Capcom. Right, but like if you have a black guy assassinating Japanese people, isn't that like problematic a little bit? Huh? Game journalists told me it's problematic. It's problematic. Fuck. I don't want to spend money on things that are problematic. The world has enough problems as it is. Why would I add something more that's problematic? You can't solve the problems. The problems are unsolvable. If it's problematic, it shouldn't be. My favorite take. There's an actual article. I'll make a video out of it. Like, this is too good. I had to look at it twice because I unironically didn't fucking believe that someone can write something so fucking stupid. This is an actual article from The Gamer. Like honestly, The Gamer is my favorite publication. Whenever I want to laugh, I read The Gamer. I feel like The Gamer and the Babylon Bee are the best satirical websites out there. Except that the Babylon Bee actually has viewers. The Gamer is a dying publication. It usually has like... I'm not going to say it has 2 viewers, because that wouldn't be... It has like 4 maybe, you know, it's... There are still YouTubers like myself that read it, so therefore it's... I'm an idiot who's mad about everything in the video games, except the layoffs. See, the article is kind of correct, but it doesn't do it justice, like it doesn't hit it all the way. I'm mad about everything in video games, but the layoffs make me happy. They make me happy. I've been waiting for them for years now. I mean, we've been struggling. I've wasted my human energy, my ATP, in order to try and raise my voice and tell them, stop it. Stop making these video games that no one wants to fucking play. You're calling them inclusive, but minorities don't want to play them either. Who are you making them for? The only people that play it is the game journalists that even get a free copy for a review. Who are you making these games for? Even your children don't fucking play them. Who plays these games, right? And they told me to shut the fuck up because I'm a bigot, don't like it, don't buy it, and I listened to them, and now they're getting layoffs. It's like, good, maybe we can replace those people with someone that actually wants to listen to the customer. You know, like the video games, like this is interesting. The same people that said gamers should get used to not owning games. Ubisoft said that. You know, the quadruple A bullshit. Oh my god, the fart sniffing. Holy shit. They're right. I can't own games if you don't fucking make them. Did you notice that shit that they're pulling? It's like, oh, buy Assassin's Creed. $120. Or you can spend, what is it, like $15 per month in order to sign up for a Ubisoft special. So they can harvest your data, so they can listen in with AI on you, so they can censor your ass. Yeah, sure. And if you don't pay it, you lose access to the game, right? Because you don't own the game. $120 for a fucking game. And you know what? Like, the thing is, I would actually pay for it. I would pay $120. There are many people that would pay $120 for a game, and I'll tell you why. I know the economy is tough. I get it. But back in the day, games costed like $40. But you had like 4 or 5 games that were really good, and they came out in the same month. So people spent a lot more than $120 for video games. But now you barely have any. Now you have like maybe one game that's coming up every 2 months or 3 months or so, right? So there's a drought. Like, people can save money for their favorite game if it was good enough, but it's not good enough. That's the problem. I'm willing to bet there are more people spending money on gacha games, on fucking Nikkei, fucking anime dokimakuras and action plushies and shit than they are spending. I mean, they're willing to spend money for entertainment, right? Like, people do spend money for entertainment, but make something entertaining. Stop rage baiting, for Christ's sakes. After quadruple A must be an S tier game. Man, I just want you to understand how fucking detached Ubisoft is from the customer. Like, in case you don't know, Ubisoft teams up with British police to tackle the most extreme cases of online harassment and threats. And it's their definition, right? Like the woke definition of the most extreme cases. No, I just want you to imagine the following scenario. Imagine the following scenario, chat. Just bear with me. You're a parent or a grandparent, and you're thinking that you want to get little Billy a video game. and you get little Billy, I don't know, a Ubisoft title. Big mistake. But you know what, like, fine, I mean, this game looks cool. You know, it looks great for little Billy. And then the cops knock at your door, and then the cops take little Billy in handcuffs because his nickname was N Star Killer 76. They had to call the British cops on that, and now the Billies are taking umbrage in the hideous crime against humanity that little Billy has committed. So my question is, how do you feel as a parent in that situation? Like, in that scenario, how do you feel knowing that the whole chain of events started with you in that fateful day when he decided to purchase a Ubisoft game? Can you guys name me a game where we didn't have any black people? Holy shit, even my game has black people in it. Let me think. Jesus Christ, it's actually hard. The thing is, like, you can name games that didn't have Asians in it. Like, you gotta go back, right? You gotta go back in time and think, like, The Witcher. Like The Witcher 3, I would say. I'm pretty sure if they're making Witcher remake, there's going to be black people in it. It's guaranteed. Yeah, Kingdom Come, but like it's a video game. But like anything recent that came out. Holy shit, I'm thinking really hard, but I can't. Because the thing is, like, they keep whining about representation, like, they're crying about it, and it's like, well, the problem is fixed. There is no video game that came out recently that doesn't have black people in it. Everyone does. Pac-Man doesn't fucking count. Neither does Mario. No, we're talking about, like, recent games, right? Like, so it needed to come up in the last 3 years. Let's put it like this. Kingdom Come is way more than 4 years. Stray, yeah. I mean, okay, but like you're cheating because all the humans are dead in Stray. 16 months, 1 year, 1 year and 4 months. This man has been a member. That is a lot of buyer's remorse. Hi V, how your day is good? I am currently in a quarterly data and tech meeting, and guess who is commanding the meeting? Check Discord. Holy shit. I gotta see this, chat. Give me a second. Let me see who's commanding the meeting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just by looking at the picture, I pity the fool. I pity the fool that has to be in that meeting. Can I show it? Like, I don't want to show it and then get you into trouble. So, it's your call. If you want me to show it, I will show it. But, like, yeah, no, this is not like a Karen chat. What I am looking at is, like, if a Karen went Super Saiyan. Like if a Karen, became the legendary Karen that the legends talk about. Like, this is definitely a person that would call the cops on you just by looking at, like, she's got this aura. And if you enter the aura, the cops are automatically summoned. Like, goodness gracious. I'm not going to show because I don't want to get American Outlier into trouble, right? Like, I can actually get the man fired. And if I get the man fired, then I don't get super chats. And if I don't get super chats, then what am I doing with my life? So no, I will not show. I will not violate the privacy of the Karen. No, it's definitely S-ranked. S-rank Karen. Draw it and paint. I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist, but it is the Karen to own all Karens, definitely. No, she is not. I mean, arguably, there are two Karens. One is younger, with a very big nose. Really, like that is the defining feature that I'm noticing while looking at this picture. The nose stands out. Like you know the artists which like to draw 3D images. You know, they look so realistic. It's like it's jumping out of the screen. Her nose is kind of like that. And there's another one which is a lot older. And she's got like this pearl necklace around her neck. Like, oh my fucking god, there's a bonsai tree in the background. Holy shit. She doesn't have the corporate art style though. Like that is missing, so yeah. For your great job at providing me daily videos I can laugh at. You know, I do understand that people find my videos hilarious, but there's two problems with it. Number one, you realize that what I'm talking about actually happens out there in the world. Like that is everything that I'm talking about has happened somewhere, like it's real. Can I show them American Outlier? Let me show them. I want to show them. Both of them are running the meeting. They are HR. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Armored Core 6 doesn't have black people, even in the collectibles, which has art of people. Well, yeah, but like it's a Japanese game, so. By the way, have anyone seen a man that works at HR? Because I don't think it exists. I think it's like the mythical unicorn, like a guy that does HR. It's probably a very boring job, isn't it? It's like you need to write all these platitudes and talk about all this shit that you don't give a fuck about, and you also have to be like really vindictive. Like, can you imagine how it's like? No, seriously, like imagine you're HR. And part of your job is to document everything that a person does, right? So you're documenting their social media, you're documenting their private time, you're documenting everything, you're documenting gossip. You gotta go from employee to employee and ask them. It's like, hey, how's Mark? You know, like what does Mark do? Do you know? Yeah. And you make this file knowing that the only reason you're making it is that when the company wants Mark to get fired, you can pull the file. So you're having like these files on all the employees. And you can fire any of them at any point. And imagine how you have to smile and be nice with the employee as it's coming into your office. Yeah, I don't think I can. Like no, seriously, it takes a special kind of person to be the HR lady. Like, you need to be a person without remorse. A person that, I wouldn't say like a psychopath, but it's very close, isn't it? It's like, you get to fire people. They have families. They have fucking families, and you gotta, like, your job is to be like the KGB version of the corporation. It's like, ugh. At least the KGB could say they're patriotic. At least they could say they were doing it for their fucking country. You're working at a multi-million-dollar corporation. What are you doing with your life? My cousin worked HR as a man. He likes men. Okay, well, I guess. See, you found the loophole. HR is required by law in the US. I think it's only in California. I don't think you need to have HR everywhere. In Texas, I don't think it's required. In Florida, I don't think it's required. In California, it is. And the thing is, you can't just hire anyone. Like, you can't take a person off the streets. It's like hiring a doctor. It needs to have a license, apparently. It's fucking hell. And these are the same people that say, well, my private company can do whatever it wants. Well, apparently my private company can't get rid of the HR department. Small businesses are much more likely to have male HR managers. Jesus. How can you do the job, though? Like, holy shit. It's a very... Well, I guess if you're a small business, you probably don't use the same tactics as in corporations, but like, fucking hell, still. What do you do for a living? I work in HR. Ugh. Why? Ugh. Can you hire family members that have the HR degree? Yes! Yes, you can. My publisher does that. My publisher hired, I think it's his cousin or his sister, and it's basically saying, like, you do not touch my company. Like, put it this way. It's easy money. You're getting paid. Don't do anything. Like, you're literally getting paid to do nothing. If you do anything, I'll fire your ass. You can get another job. You can get another job. Just say, I need you to figure that you're in name only. One of the companies I worked at, the CEO just appointed his mom as HR, and his son and daughter were managers. Nepotism at its finest. Yeah, but like, the thing is, if it's your fucking company, you can do that, right? Like it's fine to put family members in positions of power at your fucking company. It's a family business. It's not okay to put them in government positions. Like, that's different. If you put someone in a government position, then it's bad. Yeah. But like, if it's a private sector and you put your family members in a private, who fucking cares? Yeah, sharing wealth with the family is communism. It is fucked up. What is the government? Yes. Doesn't Amazon have AI as HR? No, I don't think so. That's what most Mexican companies do. It's the same thing in Eastern Europe. Like, but it's kind of expected that you do it here. Like, if you don't do it, people look at you weird. It's like, aren't you the boss of this company? Yeah. Well, is your son unemployed? Yeah. Well, why isn't he working at your company? Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to talk about this soy man, the Beach Master. Do you guys want to see the Beach Master? Hold on, I'll show you Beach Master right here.
beach by these MAGA. I'm here enjoying a nice day at the beach with my kids, and I turn around, I got these flags planted here on the beach by these MAGA fucks.
When I said that the American flag is a hate symbol, or at least it's getting close to be considered as such, you thought I was kidding. No. No, unironically, like, there are people that when they look at the American flag, they are disturbed by it. And almost all of them are Americans. Some of them are Iranians, but, like, most of them seem to be Americans.
Listen, this is all America. We know. You didn't storm the beaches to stake out your territory on the beach. This isn't the fucking moon. I get it. This is America. But I'm sick of my flag being represented by white nationalist trash on a goddamn beach.
He's not very inclusive, is he? Not very inclusive. But the thing is, though, if it was an LGBT flag, I'm pretty sure he would be fine with it. I don't think he can leave. I honestly think like he was born there. Like leave where? No one would have him. Who the fuck you think would have him? Dude, there are articles saying that there's people in Mexico that are very distraught that their entire city is being overflooded with Americans from California. I'm not kidding. Like there was this article 2 years ago. And it was from a small Mexican city at the border. And they were receiving an influx of leftist Americans that were working remote on IT. And they were like buying property and shit. And they were like freaking out because everyone speaks English and no one speaks Spanish. And I was looking at it and I was like, the fuck? The MAGA bitch. So yeah, like my rebuttal to asking him to leave. Who would have him? Who the fuck would have him? Like, what country do you think would offer that gentleman citizenship? I remember this was during Trump, the first election. Like, there were a lot of actors and influencers saying that if Trump wins, they're going to leave to Canada. And there was, like, a Canadian government official saying it doesn't work that way. You can't just come to Canada. You're not Mexicans going into the United States. No, like, we actually have a border. And if you come here, we're going to put you on a bus and ship you back. You can't literally just come into Canada, even if you're an actor. There's a process. You need to get citizenship. This is MAGA Beach. Yeah, no, like I love calling him the Beach Master. Like he is definitely the embodiment, the avatar of the Beach Master. My bitch. Why are there American flags? Where are the Amazon Corporation flags? I don't think like there's ever going to be a border wall, and I'll tell you what. I don't think Texas wants the border wall either, because it's amazingly good political talking points. It's kind of like the student debt for the Democrats. Like, why do the Democrats do not... Why did they not... Like, when they had the House and the Senate and the presidency, why didn't they fix the student debt shit? It's because it's really good campaigning talking point. They got no intention of fixing it. They need the cheap labor. I don't even know if it's about cheap labor anymore. I think it's more about electoral colleges maybe hoping that some of them will manage to vote, or if they have kids, they become American citizens and they can vote. It's more about that. I don't think it's about cheap labor anymore. Yeah, it's literally if they solve the problem, what are they going to campaign on? No, unironically, like they. That's my take, though. Like, I may be wrong, but I do think that, yeah, like, they don't want to fix the border crisis because it's a really great talking point. I mean, the border crisis can be fixed. I mean, there are other nations that have borders that they enforce. Like try that shit in China. Try that shit in China and you'll see how they react. Well, the way the Chinese react, if you do the same in America, is the same result. People stop trying to get past the border. The Soviet Union had borders and it didn't have mass immigration. Like, it can be done. Like, it can be achieved. It has been done in the past. It can be done in the present. And it probably can be done in the future. The question is there political will to do it? The answer is no. Well, therefore. An Arizona court struck down needing citizenship to vote in March. Jesus. King of Cringe. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. We could just have the Supreme Court rule against every infringing gun law ever using the Second Amendment, but then they can't run anti-gun control lobbies and like what? Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff. Like the scary thing is that I actually did talk in my career, like since I started YouTube, because I have so many subscribers. Some of them contact me, and some of them happen to have positions in various places. Some of them work in AAA, some of them work in Hollywood. And I even spoke with a couple of people that were advisors to politicians, both from Romania and abroad, and I did ask them a couple of questions, like, how are politicians? Like, how are they like? Like, how they... And they actually did tell me like this. Yeah, like, some politicians do not want the grievance fixed, because once the grievance is fixed, they're worried that they won't have anything to campaign on. Like, for instance, I know for a fact that a lot of activists were very upset when gay marriage got passed. Specifically because they were afraid that, okay, well, now that it passed, I mean, we're getting a lot of money, we're getting a lot of influence, we're getting a lot of cash. How are we moving forward? They were worried. Well, V, at least, you know, I love my country. I got a big-ass US flag in my apartment. Country before color. Also, Democrats banking on first-generation illegal born children to flip Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico to be blue. I mean, obviously. Yeah. The only interesting thing, it's like in America it can work, but they're trying this in Europe, and they're realizing that a lot of Muslims are creating their own Muslim parties. So they're not voting left, they're voting Islam. And the left doesn't have an answer to it, right? Because the left would say, oh yeah, those right-wingers, far-right, fascists, Nazi. But what do you do when the Muslims are making their own political party? And apparently there's a lot of places in the UK where there have been individuals that created their own parties, and they managed to get more votes than Labour and the Conservatives. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, when you get, like, the first Muslim prime minister that's not Conservative or Labour, but he comes from, like, an Islamic party, things are going to be fun. I'm pretty sure King Charles is going to have many things to discuss and debate with that individual. Yeah, no, like, majority of Muslims are not on board with the rainbow crew. Yeah, no, it's true, like, it's... If I was in Britain, it probably wouldn't affect me. I mean, I'm a guy, you know, I tell my wife, hey, wear the burqa. We're gonna go to the mosque tomorrow. We're converting. Yeah. No more alcohol, or at least inside, where they can't see it, but... Yeah. You adapt. I mean, at the end of the day, making sure that everything is good for yourself and your family is the most important thing. The Islamofascist mayor of London. I don't even know, like, what the mayor of London stands for, to be honest. All I know is that his city is incredibly expensive and riddled with crime. And when there was a terrorist attack, he said that it's part and parcel of living in a big city. I mean, it's true, I don't live in a big city like London, but we just don't have terrorist attacks here. So I guess maybe he's right. Like, our cities aren't big enough. But yeah. If you lived in the UK, most likely wife would voted for Muslims to be brought in the UK. Well, okay, think about it this way, right? Like, look at men from Western society. Most of them are obese. They're like feminist allies. And then you see like the muscular Muslim guy, the Chad. And the thing is, like, imagine the opposite, right? Like, imagine you live in a world where Ushikushi succubies are the refugees, right? You get like these big plump tits ladies that are coming in on the boats. And they're looking for an adventure. They're looking for fun, they're... Well, all of a sudden, you find so much compassion in your heart. All of a sudden, you find so much empathy. And you're like, of course succubies are welcome here. It's like, come on. Like, oh, they're on welfare? Well, tax me harder, daddy. I want those succubies to be happy. The mindset flips just instantly. Instantly, right? So imagine like these army of succubies that are just pouring in the border. And like you would be the first with like refugees are welcome here sign. You got like these big fat tits, plump asses, perfect bodies. The thing is, I know for a fact that women wouldn't support it because it already happened. It happened with the ladies from Ukraine. When Ukraine actually got invaded by Russia, there was the wave of refugees. And unlike the refugees that are coming from the Middle East, the ones from Ukraine were actually women. A lot of them, I would say more than 70% were women and old people and children. Immediately there were talks. Immediately, yeah, but like it's not safe for them because there are websites. Like this was my favorite. My favorite talking point was from Britain. There are websites where men are giving away homes for for Ukrainian refugees with the condition that they go into a relationship, and that is predatory. And I'm like, motherfucker, how is it predatory? They're adults. Like, if an adult woman contacts an adult man from the UK, and they're basically saying, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend, can I sleep at your place? And the answer is yes. How is that a problem? How is it predatory? She's not a child. She's an adult. How is it predatory? Fascinating, isn't it? And yeah, all of a sudden, like all of the political parties were like, I don't, like, we would want to take them, but, and they were like pussyfooting around the issue. It's just trolls or losers. I'm hyperbolic. I don't know. I read the papers. It was in the Daily fucking Mail, motherfucker. The Daily Mail. Let's not forget, Japan government tried to catfish them when they did the news report showing mainly Ukrainian women. I did not know about that. Holy shit. I spout shit I saw on 4chan as if it was fact. I don't go on fucking 4chan. I haven't gone on 4chan since VT. I spout the shit from Daily Mail. Let me see if I can find the article. Or maybe it was metro.cock. Like, either of those. Is this the article? Let me see. Why do refugee women from Ukraine face unique risk of violence or exploitation? Let me see if this is the one. The Guardian! Motherfucker, is the Guardian 4chan? Is the Guardian... I mean, this is a respectable publication. It won the fucking Pulitzer. Like the left is worshipping the rag. When the BBC writes an article, they first check to see what the Guardian thinks about it. Look at this. Stop matching lone female Ukrainian refugees with single men. UK told. Look at this. I'm hyper... What did they say about me? That I am using hyperbole? Do you think I'm smart enough to use hyperbole? Just look at me. I'm a troll. I do not have the wisdom of hyperbolizing. I'm just going with the Guardian. This is the publication that gives light. This is the church, the cathedral of leftists. Why don't you read this shit? It tells you how to be a decent human being. Look at this. The UN Refugee Agency. Holy shit, I mean, look at these institutions. I'm a peasant compared to them. I mean, this is the UN Refugee Agency, the Guardian. Look at it. Call the UK government to intervene to stop single British men from being matched up with the lone Ukrainian women seeking refuge from war because of fears of sexual exploitation. They are afraid. They're quaking. Now, there wasn't any case of sexual exploitation, but they're like bunnies. They're rabbits at the UN. They're quaking in fear constantly. Following claims that predatory men are using the Homes for Ukraine scheme to target vulnerable women, a more appropriating matching process. So, like, apparently, what is it? Like, what was the risk? Oh, yeah, men were saying, yeah, sure, you can come over to my house, but I need a girlfriend. And she was like, yeah, sure. I mean, you seem like a handsome devil. We've been speaking around for, like, more than a couple of months. I am like... And then you have people coming into my chat, comment section and on. How are you so wealthy? You are so fucking rich, but you do not throw me a super chat because you can afford so much gas to gaslight the living shit out of me. Like, I don't even know what's real anymore. I read your comments and I'm confused. I do not know. Like, is reality real? Am I in the Matrix? By the way, they're making another Matrix. Holy shit. Where did he go? Did he run away? He fucking ran away, didn't he? Oh my god, he trolled and ran. Didn't even wait for my explanation. Didn't even stick around for my explanation. Horrible person. No, but like in all reality, I do not see the problem with this. Like, if you are a man and you talk with a woman online and you are making this agreement, it's like, yeah, you know, we're in a relationship, sure, you can sleep at my house. As long as both people are adults, where's the issue? Oh, there's fears of sexual... Well, if it happens, put the man in prison. Dios mío. Did I gatekeep him? Huh? Is this what I did? I think I did. I think I gatekept him. What's his name? I want to give him moderator status. Comment section anon. I gatekept comment section anon. We are an inclusive community here. Comment section anon. You need to understand we're inclusive. We have no room for bigotry. Bigotry in the classical sense of the word, of course, which means a person that is stuck in their ways. They are not willing to change their mind even when facing evidence of the contrary. That's a bigot. I think Gatekeeper Anon is the anti-bigot. What are they going to do for the new Matrix? I don't fucking know, but I see, again, the geriatric squad. It's like, dude. This is the problem of the United States of America's entertainment. Right here. What do you see, chat? When you look at this Matrix Returns, what do you see? And I'm sorry to say this, but it looks like the geriatric squad. Like, dude, I got nothing against Keanu Reeves, but The Matrix is a high-packed action movie. You need to cast young actors. Like, I'm sorry, like, can you literally not find an actor in his 20s, like Khal Drogo used to be in, right? Like, can you not find an actor that's in his early 20s that can do kung fu and shit? Like, first of all, why are you even remaking The Matrix? Like, that's my question. Like, why do you need a sequel for something that's over? Like, put it in a box, ship it, flip it, make something new. Can you create something new? And I'm not against, like, making some... By the way, I'm not saying that old actors shouldn't act. Like, of course, you know, like, if you play the role of the mentor, the president, right? Like, cast old people into roles that are fucking believable. Oh, yeah, but, like, he's the one and he's got powers and... I don't fucking care, man. It looks ridiculous, okay? Looks fucking ridiculous. He's got white hair. Come on. Oh, he's got white hair and a white beard. Like, leave the man alone. This is elderly abuse. It's like a famous football player, you know? Like, when he's young, he's in his prime, he plays the games, but afterwards he retires and becomes a trainer or an instructor or something. A professor at physical education at some high school. I don't know, but, like... Yeah, you're casting Gandalf as Neo. Like, come on. Is it a fake trailer? Let me check. If it's a fake trailer, I'll, No, it's not. No. See, yeah, again with the gaslighting. Fuck. The Matrix 5 is in the works at Warner Brothers, produced by Lana Wachowski. Yeah, and it's starting Keanu Reeves. Okay, maybe that trailer is fake, but, like, they are making the movie and they are starting Keanu Reeves, so my point still stands. It's not about making him younger, it's the fact that they don't have any new actors. That's the sad part. They don't have any new actors. None of their new actors are famous enough. They do not have the confidence of making something new. I'm literally curious, who the fuck are they going to cast 40 years from now when none of the actors that are today are going to make it? So when I'm in my 70s and I turn on the American television, like, what am I going to see? Yeah, the movie is real. The trailer is not. Yeah, but that's... My point is also impeccable. A reminder that the Wachowskis got groomed into being trans by Hollywood domination. I don't believe that. Anyway, I think we'll end it here because it's been 1 hour. Hopefully you guys got entertained and you liked the stream. I'm really sad that comment section at on didn't stay here for the rebuttal, but it is what it is. What can I do? I kept the gate. Didn't let him through. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.